The city of New Orleans is divided into 17 wards. Politically, the wards are used in voting and elections, subdivided into precincts. Under various previous city charters of the 19th century, aldermen and later city council members were elected by ward. The city has not had officials elected to represent wards since 1912. The ward designations will remain as part of the fabric of New Orleans. Socially, it is not uncommon for New Orleanians to identify where they are from by their ward number. Most of the boundaries of wards 1 through 11 were drawn in 1852 when the city was recognized from 3 separate municipalities into one centralized government. With various changes, these boundaries remain largely the same. The rest of the ward formed from the expansion of the city boundaries in the 1870s. The 12th, 13th, and 14th wards were formed by annexation of land upriver from the older city of New Orleans that had been Jefferson Parish in Greenville. The 15th by the annexation of the city of Algiers, Louisiana, across the Mississippi River from the rest of the city, and finally the 16th and 17th wards formed from the annexed city of Carrollton, still the furthest portion of the city upriver at the Jefferson Parish line. Going roughly from the river to the lake, the 17th ward includes the Carrollton River Bend area, upper of West Carrollton with the noted Oak Street commercial area, the Leonidas, aka Leander's neighborhood, Marcellus Harmony Park at Carrollton and Claiborne, Northwest Carrollton, Holly Grove, and the Dixon neighborhoods. The 17th ward has always been home to numerous notorious street figures known for jacking, killing, kidnapping, and hustling. One of the men who was infamously known for slinging that iron and pulling off acts was Fitzroy George, aka Fitz, aka Boy George. For the most part, Boy George was known for running in the 17th, most notably Earthtown. Fitz was one of them dudes who was known for rocking with other gangsters from the streets. One of the dudes that Fitz used to rock with was Big Marty out the 17th, who was also about that trigger play. When you're living the street life, there is no honor amongst thieves. It wouldn't be long before word would circulate around the city that Fitz allegedly robbed one of the big dogs out the city. That big dog would be Alvin Nelson, aka Killer Stone.
Man, they got 50s all next to the 100s, bro. Somebody trying to mess up my cop, man. Look at this here, man. Recount. This clothing like make 25 stacks.
The word buzzing in the streets was that Fitz went with the move on Stone, robbing him for some jewelry, allegedly getting him out of a diamond chain and piece that was flooded with yellow and blue diamonds. When you pulling off acts in the street, you best be prepared for everything that comes with pulling off those acts. It was alleged that Stone put a bag on Fitz behind the act he pulled off. Just like all hustlers in the street, Fitz would have run-ins with the NOPD. In June of 2010, Boy George would get caught up on some down bad shit dealing with 2 undercovers. Some shit happened where him and his partner, Terrence Richard, was allegedly on the same distribution charge for selling to an undercover. They both got popped in the little apartments that was right there on the corner of Apple and Fern Street. On June 10th of 2010, Boy George was charged with selling that hard to an undercover. He will plead not guilty to the charges. That same year, while he was locked up, Fitz would get stabbed up 18 times while he was in the parish, having to be rushed to the hospital. After the stabbing went down, OPP never contacted his family about what had taken place. The only way that his sister would find out was from an inmate and a deputy that worked at the jailhouse. Boy George would eventually recover from being jugged up and file suit against the state and OPP. RIP. In December of 2011, Boy George will be picked up for the October 19, 2011 deletion of Eric Cargo, aka Dank. I'm not 100% sure what the outcome of that charge was. I do know for sure that he got picked up for the homicide. Years later, Boy George would resurface in Texas. By this time, he was 40 years old. On October 25th, 2022, Boy George will be found dead in his Northwest Harris County Cypress Station apartment.
A hail of gunfire ended with one man dead and neighbors ducking for cover.
Yes, we know what happened in Northwest Harris County in the 900 block of Cypress Station. ABC 13's Maya Shea live at the Sheriff's Department with what was a close call for neighbors, Maya.
That's right. In fact, sheriff investigators are hoping people come out and give them a call to let them know if they saw anything, because they say one man is dead inside his apartment and several neighbors ended up with bullets in their homes. Just before 10 this morning, Harris County Sheriff's deputies were called here to an apartment complex at Cypress Crossing after Tahira Poe's bathroom was shot out.
I was going to get online and do some work, and all of a sudden I heard bumping in the walls, and then I heard a crash. So I was like, did something fall in the bathroom? So I was scared to go in the bathroom because I realized those were gunshots. Boom, 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 boom.
Tahira wasn't hurt, but her neighbor on the other side of her wall would be pronounced dead. The sheriff said that someone shot the young man living in that third-floor apartment, then ran.
They found one of the apartment units. They were able to make entry and discovered a male described as a black male that had been shot multiple times and was pronounced deceased.
Investigators say while they have no suspect yet, it's likely the shooter and the victim had previous dealings, that this shooting, like most, was not random. Still, 2 adjoining apartments were hit with stray bullets, including Tahira's, and she's just grateful to escape any injury.
I feel bad because it's not the first time I've seen this setup, but it's just really too close for home.
Yeah, in fact, Tahira says she's worried that had she been in the bathroom in the morning, like she often is, then something terrible would have happened to her or perhaps a family member. She's now considering leaving that complex. But if you have any information on who may have shot the man, you're urged to call the Harris County Sheriff's Department. We're live downtown. Maya Shea, ABC 13. Eyewitness News.
He was shot to death by Robert Jones, the 20-year-old son of the woman that he was living with at the time. Word on the streets was that dude had got into it with Fitz because of Fitz's reputation on the street. Dude squeezed on him, taking his life. This was the story of Fitzroy George, a.k.a. Boy George.